Yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Pumpers in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action.
What is up, everybody? How you doing in the household? How goes it? It's a Friday. And yeah, it's me first. You see me first. You see House first. You see me first. You know, things are happening, but that doesn't matter because you're here for another Friday night. And it's time to get extreme. You know what it is. It's ECW Hardcore TV night. And it's a great night to be here on an In Your House podcast. Every Friday night, we usually go live. You'll be seeing our friend Grun start up. He's over in Grun's room doing the SmackDown review. You'll love it. And I love it because it's Grun, and he's the blue-eyed villain. Who doesn't love a blue-eyed villain? I know I do. I know the In Your House team does. So fans, go out there, check out what everybody's doing, but specifically what we're doing tonight. And tonight is ECW Hardcore TV. It is going to be a continuation from last week because that's what we told you what we're going to do. We're going to focus on the storylines. So let's get you at least time stamped in right now, and we'll get the rest of the show going away. So we are at ECW Hardcore TV. So go to your Peacock network, go type that in, get that pumped up. It is season 5, episode 36, September 2nd, 1997. And this is a fantastic one. If you remember from last week, Tommy Dreamer got a beat down. Corporate Sabu came into the ring right after the RVD and Tommy Dreamer match, and the locker room's cleared. It was a brawl. So we're going to pick up from there when we go into it. And I can't wait to see what happens to Tommy Dreamer. Does he get over on Sabu? I don't know, because he chucked a chair at him last time, people. He chucked it and hit him in the head. So I hope we're ready to get House in here and get everything rocking and rolling. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we're going to get House up in here.
There it is. We're going to have to
switch us around when we get to the overlay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, guys? Listen, you guys know how it goes. Sometimes a little technical difficulties happen, but thank goodness for a great team, and that's exactly why we have that great team. But now, guys, here we are. That's right. It's Friday, you sons of bitches. It's time to get extreme with ECW, the ECW Watch Along series. It continues, and as my man said, the educator of Extreme, the voice, Josh Joseph, he's already given you a brief synopsis of what we watched last week and what we're about to get into a little later on in the episode. But, you know, there's just been so much going on this last week, boys. When it comes to the professional wrestling business, we most definitely want to keep it in our ECW lane here for sure. But also, we would be remiss if we didn't take the opportunity to talk about some of the news that's going down this week, man. And there was some news that you had dropped, and we'll talk a little bit about it, and then we're definitely going to get to that ECW action. But you dropped in the chat that MJF, he's going to be hopping in a movie, and this movie is Happy Gilmore 2 with Adam Sandler. I didn't realize he was in this. When you dropped that, I was like, is that real? I don't know if that was real or not, but that's insanely dope, bro.
Yeah, that's exciting for MJF. I mean, he's already laying the pavement. I mean, from the movie he was in, Iron Claw.
He was an Iron Claw. I remember that now, yeah.
A majority of it got cut, though, but he was still in it.
Yeah.
And so now he's making the paving the way for after wrestling, I would believe. I mean, doesn't it look like that with all these big movie roles he's getting? I mean, Iron Claw was huge. That was a great movie. I loved it. Still have it. We'll watch it again, probably. But, so I'm looking forward to seeing him in comedic role, because that's kind of what we get from him from time to time. And those are his best moments, is when he's just being funny as hell.
For sure. No, absolutely. So I like Adam Sandler movies. I enjoy myself a good Adam Sandler movie. You know, and Happy Gilmore, I mean, that was a great movie. And I do believe he was the hockey guy who turned to golf, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He did. He found out he could hit a golf ball quite well while they were moving his grandma's stuff out of her house.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, that's a great movie. Real fun classic movie to go back to if you're an Adam Sandler fan.
And he fought Bob Barker.
He did fight Bob Barker, and he signed a Subway endorsement, and he hit a foot long into some guy's mouth.
I'm pretty sure the famous line, "The price is wrong, bitch."
It is, and you know what? Bob Barker gave Adam Sandler a nice 4-piece combo and took Adam Sandler right down and then cleated him. So it's a fantastic rewatch. I would advise to go rewatch it. And another thing from this movie coming up, the second to it, they were doing some filming, and people across the street from the scene, like, they got to go meet Adam Sandler because they were out on their porch watching them make this movie. They said they went to bed, woke up, and they were making an Adam Sandler movie right outside their house. So it seems like it's going to be a good movie. Yeah. Adam Sandler's, I believe he's directing it, and cool. He's going to be in it. But it's coming out of his production company. It'll probably be a right to Netflix, like a majority of his movies are nowadays, because of that big ass contract he signed with them. Yeah. So it's exciting. I'm looking forward to MJF, spreading his wings a little more, and a little bit more of the world getting to see why we like what he does.
For sure. I think it's a great opportunity when a professional wrestler takes advantage of those movie role opportunities, because not only does it help the professional wrestler, but it also helps the company that they work for, because it brings more eyes to the product, because they're going to want to come and see what they do outside of that movie. The Lou in the chat. What is up, Lou? We appreciate you tapping in, bro. What are you thinking, man? Did you hear the news that MJF is going to be in the next Adam Sandler movie? And that is going to be great. I mean, that's going to be very cool. Happy Gilmore too. I'll check it out. I'll see what's up. I want to see his role in it. I want to get down with it, man, and see what is up. And well, once again, we just want to stay with the news, y'all, and keep everything. We try to give y'all all the news as it's coming, even during our dedicated series like the ECW Watch Along series. The Lou, he's got some thoughts. We gotta hear what the Lou got to say. Always in here. Oh, he said, "Happy Friday. I'm worried about a sequel because I love the first one, but I would check it out. I understand. I get it. I understand the frustration of them. Oh, yeah. They take classic movies and bring it back, and then it's not really as good as. But we'll see. Well, we will definitely see. I'm definitely intrigued by the idea of a part 2, and I'm definitely intrigued by the fact that MJF is going to have an appearance in it. So
yes,
most definitely. But, I mean, keeping it with AEW, man, so we had just broke some news. I believe we talked about it on the Sunday House Party this past week, that Rey Fenix and Pentagon Jr. had signed with the WWE. And it was very interesting because we were already booking them in a stable with Andrade. We were already thinking about the possibilities of what they could do on SmackDown. Rumors were out there. Merch was being made. Advertisements were being made. They were ready to go, ready to strap the rocket to these guys' backs. And exactly what Tony Khan said he wouldn't do, he did it, and he blocked the contract of Rey Fenix by adding time onto his current AEW contract for injury time. And it is absolutely insane because this is a very, very, this is a very, in my mindset, archaic tactic to take a talent's contract and extend their time from injuries served or time from injuries because you're either mad they did not re-sign with you or you don't want to see them go to the competitor or any other reason. And this feels very petty because Tony Khan wanted to re-sign the Lucha Brothers. He wanted to re-sign, offer them another contract, and they said they wanted to leave. And honestly, this whole thing has been kind of messy because I think I heard something, and I don't know, I'm not going to quote anything or write home about anything, but I heard Conan had said something on his podcast about how they were already talking to WWE and negotiating while they were still under AEW contract. And I don't understand why Conan would put that out in the public like that. I think the Lucha Brothers were trying to move in the background, and he said that. People caught wind of it. Tony wanted to re-sign him. Tony doesn't want to see him go to the other company. So now what I understand is that Pentagon Jr. can go. Ray Fenix cannot. So what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are exactly like the Lou alluded to, Petty Tony Khan, and like I put in the chat, Tony Petty Khan, because I think I like that one better. It's got kind of like a Tom Petty sing to it, maybe. I like it, but I don't like what Tony's doing here because, like you alluded to, we talk a lot about the old and how there was certain things done wrong. This was exactly one of them, because not only are you hindering what the fans can experience, you're hindering what these guys get to experience. Because here's a news flash, and this isn't for you, House, because I know you already know it, but wrestlers are not accountants. Okay, they may have that for their 9 to 5, but during their 9 to 5, they're not being slammed on their body repetitively. They're not being dropped on their heads. They're not being hit with a chair. They're not, those things aren't happening. So you have a shelf life. So why would you do this to another human being when all he's trying to do is better himself? And he's gotten both of these guys have gotten themselves so much eyes on them, so many eyes on them, that WWE's asking for them and wanting them in their business. Yeah. The top of the mountain, I might add, because if Tony Petty Khan thinks that he's on any top of the mountain, well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble there, Tony. It's a molehill that you're on. And once you can grow up and get the fuck out of your own way, then you can become a mountain climber. Until then, you're always going to be a molehill. And you're ruining a lot of great talent because you're keeping up this bullshit attitude. And we know you got Shane O'Mac over there in your ear, and that's fine. You can take all the things you want. He can take all the pictures he wants with the Young Bucks. He can do all the things he wants to do, but you're not WWE anymore. That's not you. And you guys are sore, and it hurts, and I get it. But grow the fuck up.
It's a time, man. This is a time. And I want to be clear, ladies and gentlemen. We're not one of those shows that just sit up here and bash AEW. We don't. We really don't try to sit up there and bash them. But look at what WWE is doing. I mean, everything is getting bigger, and the business structure is really tightening up. Their international shows. All I'm saying is this about AEW. Their business model is sloppy. It's sloppy. That's all great wrestlers with an incredible talent, and they have a TV deal, and the pieces are there. It's just that, I mean, I watched one of their last shows, and I just was,
You were getting ready to start a whole new thing.
I wasn't. I was just like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that and the reason that I pulled it is because I knew all I would do is nitpick. I would do is nitpick, and then I would slowly become one of those podcasts. A podcast that was supposed to be of reviewing and talking about the good things about AEW would slowly become something ugly. And I saw it coming, and that's why I was like, let me pull the plug on that. Because, because it's just like, what are we doing here? Like, they just gotta tighten up. They gotta get, and who knows? You brought up Shane McMahon. Maybe Shane McMahon can move them in the right direction. Maybe he can, because Rome wasn't built in a day. A lot of these talents in WWE that are getting opportunities that weren't getting opportunities because Vince was like, I don't like that guy. Now their images are starting to turn around, and that doesn't happen overnight. So maybe we do see Shane have some sort of an influence and help out the product. Once again, if you think that we're just bashing them, it's not that, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fact that we want it to be better. We want it to be better, and I'm sorry. And if I'm gonna go. And here's the thing: I'm going to an AEW show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to one in Fishers in December, and I'm gonna have a great time. I'm gonna have a blast. Yeah. I know I am. I do not hate that company. I'm going to go there and I'm going to enjoy a fun wrestling show 30 minutes from my house. It's going to be a great time. But I'm sorry. Work rate will never beat out storytelling. It won't. It just won't. I'm sorry, but it won't. Work rate won't beat out storytelling. So, until you can tighten those stories up, I don't care how many flippy floppy flying around the ring, freaking Ricochet and Will Ospreay choreograph shit that they're doing. If there's not no story, man, what's the point? What's the point? If we sound like old ass men, sorry, but that is, that's just how I feel about it, man. So it is what it is. I like what the Lou said here, and it was right when you were talking about we're not bashing them, and he's correct here. AEW sets up the bashing for themselves with the way they run and treat talent, and he's not wrong in that. That's exactly what we're talking about, because how can you tell good stories if you have talent that's not sure of what they're doing? Right. But here's the thing. But here's the thing. They think that they know. Exactly. That there is the, and I sit up here and talk I didn't been to all these companies and blah blah blah. No, I know well my place in the business, and it's not a huge one. It's not a huge one. Yeah. And that is okay. But
exactly.
But
right.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, right now the whole situation seems like they're acting like the and excuse me if I'm going to offend anybody, they're acting like the 58-year-old woman with a Tweety Bird breast tattoo that's stretched out in the club, trying to get a 22-year-old dude to, she's trying to get him drunk so she can have, her way. Fine, whatever. But we all know in reality, that's not it. You're waiting until 3 to take her. She's waiting until 3 to take you home. So you're completely blitzed. You don't know.
Right.
And that's what I'm getting from this. And it's just getting ridiculous with the way Tony, it's that child that just that always gets their way. And you told him no one time.
My question is, what do you benefit? What do you benefit from cooling off Rey Fenix?
Nothing.
You don't benefit anything from cooling off Rey Fenix. For what? If he wants to leave, he's going to leave. And if anything, you pissed him off till when his time comes up, he's definitely going to leave. You're not going to make him stay. This is not good. This isn't going to, you're going to let his brother go and make him stay. And you think that's going to sway him to want to stay with the promotion? Brother, I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking. Let that man go. Just let him go. It doesn't make sense.
He's got a family to feed.
So he's got to be there for what? Another like 9 or 10 months or something like that. Almost a year.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be bullshit.
It's going to be such bullshit, bro, because everybody knows that he was about to leave. And like it's going to suck because like it could potentially create a toxic work environment for him for the next 10 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, already look at it now. Conan's the one who said something on his podcast. And then why'd you have to drop that, bro? Why'd you even have to say any of that?
And you made Tony Khan do something retaliatory.
Yep. So how big was your check, man? Like, how big is your jealousy of these guys? Are they still doing what you wish you could do?
What was the point of it's like I said, I can't speak too much on that because I didn't hear what he said. I did not. So
we'll
I
look
can't
into it.
Yeah, we'll definitely dig a little bit deeper because we want the real. When we give opinions on something, we want to make sure we know that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just a thing. But as of now, I mean, everything that I'm seeing that has dropped and a lot of good sources that I've seen throughout, I mean, on the internet here and on X and on, even Fightful is saying that he's staying, he's not going. Voice, this is it's a tough situation, man.
What's going to be great is when WWE gets him and they make his final appearance at WWE more spectacular than anything he did in the past year for AEW.
Man.
That's what's going to be the cherry on top of this. So just sit back. Let's enjoy the ride, guys, because right now we can't do anything. All we can do is, maybe show up to shows and like Lou's got right here. Put this on a sign.
Yeah, put that on the sign. Ray Fenix chants, something like.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to see that, like, because this is a weird story, man, and I think I said this. It may have been to Annie O'Neill, or maybe it was last week. I don't know. A lot of these shows run together because we do so many great shows. But like a talent that's wanting to actively compete and put himself out there, they don't want to just take a check to sit in catering, and it sounds like potentially this is going to be Ray Fenix's reality for the next 10 months, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, get some cool crossword puzzles. Maybe learn a new craft.
Get a Nintendo Switch, bro. Just start gaming in the locker room or something. Figure it out, buddy. Dude, I feel for you, bro.
Wouldn't that be amazing if he puts out something you can game with him during the AEW shows?
Oh, man.
In the back.
That'd be crazy.
I would love that.
That'd be sweet. So, we talk about archaic business methods and things like, oh, well, he said that he wouldn't do this because this is something that Vince did and he didn't want to be like Vince. Well, let's talk about Vince because the Vince documentary dropped, and prefixing it with this, ladies and gentlemen, I have not watched a single episode yet. I mean, I have been absolutely swamped this week with work and kids and running them around and doing things like that and just trying to find a little bit of time to do my thing and vibe for myself. But I'm definitely going to sit down and check it out when I get a chance to, and I'm very excited to check it out. But it dropped on Wednesday, and a lot of information, a lot of blurbs that I've seen on social media that have dropped out there, and a lot of people voice upset because they were expecting some new information about the allegations against Vince McMahon, and surprise, surprise, there was nothing new. Oh, no.
What?
I don't know what I expected to get out of a documentary with interviews that were filmed back in 2021, but whatever, but it did drop, and a lot of different thoughts have went into it, and a lot of different blurbs that came out of it. We could just talk about a couple of the blurbs that came out of it. But as somebody who follows the wrestling industry like myself and you do, and I kind of gave my thoughts on it, what were your thoughts on the overall engagement of the Vince McMahon documentary from the masses?
There's a lot of people who I didn't expect who would be watching this, and they're watching it. So that was kind of cool to see. People's reaction to it is, I just kind of want to be like, well, you should have visited us back a couple of years ago when we were talking about this in the wrestling world. Like, I mean, come on, Vince showed us what he was doing in the ring every Monday night.
Yeah.
Like, and I get it. We were blinded. We were just thinking, they're playing on the Jerry Springer aspect, the shock TV, the whatever, he's not your son, the Maury's, all those, those moments happened, and Vince just brought them to light and was like, hey, look, this is what I'm doing. And what I found the most funny out of all this, I didn't find any of the reactions funny, because some people are really like, it's really like affecting them in a way of like, they didn't know. And I understand not knowing. You may not dive deep into this stuff, but there's been a lot of rumors. And I mean, we are in 2024, getting ready to go into 2025. There's billions of podcasts out there that talk about stuff like this.
Yeah.
But what I found funny was before it dropped, his post he put out on social medias, and just saying that this is a hit piece and things like that. And of course, the guy who the documentary is about is going to say this is a hit piece. So
let me ask you this.
Yeah,
this is a deep cut right here, I think. And okay, so Vince put out the tweet, and I read it on the Raw deal with Howse and O'Neil. Myself and Annie O'Neil this past Wednesday. I read it because we talked a little bit about the documentary, and Annie and Kevin Calloway, they've already watched like quite a few episodes. I mean, they've already really dug deep into it, and I'm really excited to really get their thoughts on it. I'm sure we will as the weeks move on. But what I find interesting is that if you were a newer fan, like, of course this is all new to you, because WWE has so much new fans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very true.
So it's just a strange lane right there. And once again, so back to this deep cut here. And he put the tweet out, and there was also rumors voice that he tried to buy the documentary to try to stop from putting it out there. Now, stay with me here, okay? Stay with me. Because those are a couple of situations that kind of made me and a lot of other people be like, oh, he's trying to block it. Oh, I can't wait to watch this. I just can't. There was something damning in there that made him want to. What if that was part of the promotion of the documentary? What if Vince was in on that? And they're like, hey, why don't you, and they got together like, hey, why don't you tweet something? And why don't you put rumors out there that you was trying to buy it back so nobody can see it, so people think there's something damning in there? And then that's going to make people even want to see it even more.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm trying to make sure I don't got the red dot on my head, bro, because I might have tapped into something.
Yeah, you might have, man, because, those types of thoughts run through my head all the time when I hear stories break like this, because it's very interesting that a guy who, like you said, it was recorded. There was a lot of this that was recorded back in 2021. For him, because I believe he's still in legal trouble, right?
He is.
Or is the court is still happening?
Yeah, it's still going on, bro. This is still active. So there was not anything ladies and gentlemen, there wasn't anything that was going to be damning in there. It just was not anything that was going to be incriminating. They can't do that. Like, I don't know what people were thinking. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm because I like when you talk, because it gives me that moment to have conspiracies in my head. And now I'm wondering who made this documentary. Right. Like, who is the actual funder of it, who gave the money for it, because who's ever there, that's who you're going to know if they're playing this game of, I'll put out a tweet, get some buzz around this. And as I say that, we got Bruzy jumping into the chat. What's up, Bruzy? Thank you for joining us. But yeah,
Bruzy.
It's that tactic of, starting your own rumors. It's like back in the day, Marilyn Manson, they said he cut out a rib so he could give himself fellatio. All those
I remember
rumors
that.
He started all those rumors.
Really?
I read his book, A Long Hard Road Out of Hell, and he talks about it. He made all those rumors up that we heard in the 90s about himself because his publicity team told him, you got to get a buzz about you.
Wow.
And then they released Antichrist Superstar, and it was one of his biggest selling albums. Yeah.
Wow. That's
so
insane,
when you say
I always
those
remember
things,
that rumor.
Yeah, that was him. 100, and you could go back to his book. Yeah, Bruzy, I had the book too, and my dad found it because my sister bought it for me for my birthday, and I had to hide it to read it because my dad was so anti-Marilyn Manson.
Wait a minute.
But this is right after Columbine and things like that, so I understand where they were coming from.
What'd you actually do, Bruzy? What are you talking about? What'd you actually do? I don't. You know what? I don't want to know what you actually did. Like,
hey, if you're out there doing it, congratulations.
Hey, more power to you, bro.
But yeah, when you talk about that, that's what goes in my head. And this is a tactic a lot of bands, a lot of movie stars, they do. I mean, look at J-Lo and Ben Affleck's marriages. Those were all publicity stunts. Look how horrible. Like, those people looked miserable together.
Man, I'm telling you, J-Lo out here looking like the Michael Jordan of wedding rings, bro. Like, she looking for a six.
She is.
Like,
she's getting them all. She
about
went
to
back
catch
to
them all,
A-Rod already.
Oh man! So I brought up here the creator of the Vince McMahon doc. It's the Ringer's Bill Simmons as the executive producer, and I know Bill Simmons because I listened to the Ringer to a lot of his basketball podcast. And Fry and Tiger King's Chris Smith directing and producing. So the only one I know is Bill Simmons, but yeah, man, a lot of interesting things that came out of this documentary, bro, and it was just crazy stuff, man, crazy stuff. So one of the things that was talked about in this was, man, there was so much things that talked about. Vince was talking about like Owen Hart and Over the Edge, Yeah.
And
apparently he said, if it was me who was splattered in the ring, I would want the show to go on too. And everybody's like, bro, why did you have to say splattered? Like, you said that man was splattered. Like,
that's fucked.
I'm like, bro, that's crazy, bro. Like, oh my gosh. And then also there was, he didn't pretty much do anything. He confirmed the storyline where he wanted to impregnate Stephanie. And when it got shot down, he put out there about Shane impregnating Stephanie.
God.
And they shot that down, and I'm like, bro, where was you? This is why I need to watch the documentary, because I need to hear where his mind was at with that. What was going through your mind when you verbalized those words in a room of creative?
Yeah.
Is that crazy to think?
No, because it gives it, and please don't get uproared with us, but it brings it context to it, because we have to also think back in that time, shock TV was the thing. That's how you stayed relevant on television. Yeah. And what would be more shocking than hearing the owner of the WWF impregnated his daughter, or the son of the owner of the WWF impregnated his sister? That's shocking. That's going to get people there. Is it disturbing? Most definitely. Is it fucked beyond belief? You better fucking believe it.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's like I said to you in the chat the other day when you asked if we're doing this show. I said, "Does Diddy have lube?" Yes. This is exactly where we're at in this whole saga, man. Like, I do not want to give him any leverage to where anybody can give him any sympathy, because these things were done, these things are said, and the fact that I just heard you say that what he said about Owen, it breaks my heart, because Owen Hart gave everything for us fans just so we were entertained, and all he wanted was a couple weeks off. That's it. That's all he wanted.
Crazy stuff.
He didn't even want to do that fucking thing.
Yeah, I know, man. It's just like I said. I can't. I don't want to talk too much more about it until I sit up there and watch it. Me and my wife are going to sit down and watch it. She wants to check it out too, just because she's a longtime wrestling fan. But if you are a new wrestling fan and you don't know things about Vince McMahon because you just started watching wrestling in like the last 2 or 3 years or something, and if you did, we welcome you. Come and enjoy this amazing thing with us. That's great. But I will say this. If you are a new wrestling fan who knows nothing about Vince McMahon and you decide to watch this documentary and all this stuff is new to you, you are going to hear a lot of fucked up shit that this man said and did. I will let you know. He has created a wonderful universe that has made wrestling mainstream, and he has really helped streamline and make mainstream this art form of professional wrestling. While he did do all those amazing things, he also did morally irreputable and just downright heinous shit. I mean, it's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. It is the truth. Just deplorable behavior beyond belief from a man who maybe couldn't differentiate Vince McMahon between the Mr. McMahon character. I don't know that. Once again, I have not yet watched the documentary, which is why I wish to watch the documentary and then give you guys out there in the household a better understanding, and give myself a better understanding of what was being said, so I can formulate a great opinion that is more valid, and I can give you guys my thoughts better. So we will do that, and we're gonna do that. But before we do that, we are going to have to take a break, because now we've talked about all the news that we wanted to talk about. We talked about all this stuff that's going on. Wrestling is a crazy carousel, ladies and gentlemen. But at the end of the day, we got to have some fun here, because we're about to have this ECW Watch Along. You guys already know the vibes. But before we do that, we got to take a break. We have to pay some bills. And then when we do come back, myself and the educator of Extreme, the voice, Josh Joseph, we're going to sit down. We're going to vibe. It's just the homies watching wrestling. It's the ECW Watch Along series. We will be right back.
Hello everyone, it's the Pope Elijah Burke, founder and president of the Love Alive charity. I wanted to take this brief moment to share with you my charity's continued humanitarian efforts to positively impact the impoverished communities in and around the greater Jacksonville area. This cannot be possible without your support. If you'd be so kind, please take a moment to visit our website, love-alive.org, to learn more about the charity and its mission. Also, feel free to donate to our 501c3 organization that operates off of the donation of the public, which is you. Whether that be by website or via Cash App, $1 help makes a difference in the lives of others as we continue to positively influence many people by being the change that we wish to see in the world.
Exciting things are happening at the Kokomo Press. Yeah, very exciting things. Not only are we bringing you comedy shows, an open mic once a week, skits, videos, funny jokes on our page, and satire news stories, but now you can support us by going to kokomopress.com. Shop. It's that simple. You go to kokomopress.shop, you find a t-shirt, you find a hat, maybe in the future some stickers and some posters. You go on there, you buy one of those from us, and percentage of the proceeds will go to us and help support what we do. We appreciate every person who just likes, subscribes, does all that. But if you go to kokomopress.shop and you buy something, we'll know who you are. You send us a photo of it, we will post it on our page and shout it out. Thank you so much. Go to kokomopress.shop, buy all your shirts and hats needs, and support the Kokomo Press. Thank you guys so much. kokomopress.shop.
Welcome back to In Your House, and you guys, this is specifically the ECW Watch Along series where myself and the voice Josh Joseph talk and watch some ECW. So it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to go back to the 90s. Go ahead and get your popcorn ready, chill out, get you a nice drink, and let's get it cracking, because it's time for me to pass it on over to the educator of Extreme as he gives us the prelude into the episode that we're going to watch, ladies and gentlemen. That's ECW Hardcore TV Season 5, Episode 36, September 2nd, 1997. Take us back, voice. What are we doing?
All right, so fans, if you recall from last week, we had an explosive main event. It was RVD versus Tommy Dreamer. Have you seen it? Did you see it? If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It was a banger. These two went from pillar to pillar, from post to post, to fan, and beat the hell out of each other. But at the end of it, Tommy Dreamer gets his win, but Sabu comes out. And corporate Sabu takes over. This is coming off of the pay-per-view that they had. And yes, back in the day, they called them pay-per-views. They had where Jerry Lawler from Monday Night Raw, WWF, Jerry Lawler had a match with Tommy Dreamer. And Sabu and RVD, the kind of storyline is that they think they're being called up to the WWF. They're giving that illusion that they're not going to be there. Mr. Monday Night is not going to be there anymore. Mr. Homicidal is not going to be there anymore because they're going to get called up. But you'll see over time that maybe things don't happen until years later. But this is a great one. I cannot wait to get into it. Tommy Dreamer's pissed. He's ready to rock and roll. And House, before we get into it, if I can say one thing from our last segment. If you're ever at a show and something's making you uncomfortable, and Jones has said this also, and you see me, come get me. I will help you in any way I can. And yes, exactly. The In Your House crew is here for any of you out there. We want this to be a place where anybody can come and just be yourself and have a good time. And just, if anything out there is happening, let us know. We will help you in any way we can. And, if you just need to talk, we'll give you a platform, or we can not even turn on the cameras. I'll talk to you.
Absolutely. No, that's well said. Absolutely. And with that being said, it's time to get extreme and have some fun, because that's what wrestling is supposed to be about, is having fun. And we're about to have fun because it's time to get extreme. All right, you sons of bitches. I hope you guys are ready to watch a little ECW action, because here we go. The countdown is about to start. 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right. So they're showing us the replay.
Yep,
if everybody hit play. Yep. And that's usually what happens on these hardcore TVs. The first segment is usually them catching everybody up with what happened the week before. Yes. Or if there was a pay-per-view, they do that too. They will catch you up on that.
Right.
Oh, there he is. Corporate Sabu. You got to love this Sabu.
With the suit. I know I said it last week, y'all, but look at him in that suit. Corporate Sabu is crazy.
And remember, this is a callback to the first match with Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas has been poking at Sabu in the storyline, using Sabu's finisher that his uncle gave him, the Sheik.
Why would you poke at Sabu of all people? That man's insane.
It's like poking at... That's like taking Sandman's beer. Why would you do it? Why you want to fight? That's all you want.
Leave that man alone. Leave that man alone.
Exactly. And just everybody, we'll probably say this multiple times, but look how young these guys look.
I know, isn't it great?
It's such a throwback to see this. And this was the gnarliest part of the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
You remember this?
Yes.
Beulah's gonna take the chair for Tommy. Oh my God!
Yes, he said, "Get out of here, Bill Alfonso." Oh, he just killed the
He
man.
made her watch that.
He put Beulah in a full Nelson.
Alfonso says no.
What is wrong with Alfonso?
Watch this beating.
And then the WWF flag
The hell is
right
that?
in the middle of ECW's fans.
You know what's
They had
not,
to be so pissed.
You know what's not lost on me? The fact that when Sabu was about to strike her, Bill Alfonso was like, "Nah, don't do that, don't do that." I don't know
Yeah.
why that's the second time I saw him do that. I was like, he was just like, nah, just go put the flag on.
He should have been out there when the Dudleys broke her neck.
Oh man.
And stop that.
Under the banner of
Beulah's bad. Let's just get that out of the way. She's bad in the ring. Like, this chick knows her stuff, and she really brought an extreme element to the manager position in ECW. But I mean, like, they just draped the flag over the heart of ECW.
I'm Mr. Right. Lance, that is. And tonight,
Look at these
on
camera
this show,
shots.
I'm going to get to the bottom of it all.
How can we make it feel extreme? Shake the camera.
Exactly. That's 90s right there.
Yeah, that's
Just
so
shake
90s.
That camera.
So 90s.
I'm surprised they didn't go to the negative image on the feature on the camcorders.
Yeah.
You get the-
We got the intro playing now. Listen, see, this intro, and I don't think I said it last week, but it definitely gets you excited for the show.
Oh yeah.
As it should. It's supposed to.
But I mean, and you know from watching ECW, the transition that they went from the Eastern Championship Wrestling to ECW, they're still fresh from that. I mean, they're only really like a year and a half out from doing that.
So everything's still very new.
Exactly. So, like, a lot of these matches that we'll see throughout the time are going to be chaotic in some ways, but following it like this, it's going to be very easy to follow.
Oh, sure.
Oh, there's the retired belt.
Oh, man. Still crazy. I know we haven't talked about it. We'll probably talk about it a little bit on the Sunday house party, but yeah.
Hello, my name is Joey Styles. This is Extreme
Joey
Championship
Styles.
Wrestling. And
The man of the
an
night.
incident that was unbelievable, even for ECW.
I just love how he brings
Our
it to
own
the
innovator of
interview.
violence, Tommy Dreamer, buried underneath a WWF flag
I was talking about
by
last week.
Mr. Monday Night Rob Van
Yeah.
Dam and Sabu. Mr. Monday Night Rob Van Dam, a phenomenal athlete. Sabu, I have always held him in the highest regard, a true professional. But I'm not sure that Van Dam and Sabu have the stomach to finish what they started last week when they buried Tommy Dreamer underneath everything that he has stood against. Later on in this program, we will have comments from Tommy Dreamer. He will be interviewed by Lance Wright. We've got to get some commercials out of the way, but when we come back, we will have comments from the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer.
Absolutely love Joey Styles.
Yeah, even
presence.
the urgency that I heard, like there was he was like, "Oh, this is like I can't believe this happened." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Like, he knew what his role was, and every time they asked him to do something,
Played it well. Played it so
very well. And you know, a lot of the cornerstones of ECW did that. I mean, there was a huge feud before these storylines with the Dudleys. I mean, that Bubba and Devon were fighting each other. They were they weren't tag teams. They did not like each other, but then they connected, and once they connected, the tag team division in ECW blew up. I mean, it was just phenomenal.
Oh, man. I can tell we got a good episode on our hands here. Getting through some commercials on Peacock, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure you folks are too if you guys are watching along with us. But, yeah, they've already highlighted what has happened last week with the beatdown of Tommy Dreamer, getting the World Wrestling Federation flag draped on his unconscious body. And now we're seeing, or going to see, the fallout from all of that. And that's going to be very interesting in this episode.
Yes. And it'll give us an insight, too, if you're a Tommy Dreamer fan, of what he actually did outside of the ring for the promotion. Like his promo work, he really gave a lot of it heart and emotion on his in-ring promos, which I knew the fans. I mean, I adored it. I know the other fans. That was like something that you could really count on.
It was
from
the passion.
Tommy. Yeah, exactly.
It's the
It
passion.
was always there. It never left him. The dude would still break down right now and get a little teary-eyed if he started talking ECW.
Yeah,
I've seen him do it in interviews.
You can't teach passion like that, bro. Like,
No.
that's got to be real. And with him, it's real.
Oh, very, very much.
As we're still seeing a very
Ladies and gentlemen, just
cinematic
like a
style.
special, except this will be
we
done
go.
the right way. In a few
Oh, it's
moments,
Lance
I'll
Wright.
be talking to the innovator of violence,
He's-
Tommy Dreamer, who was buried under a
For some reason, when Gertner went with the Dudleys, they just took him off of these things.
They used to valet my Beamer.
I don't know why, but they
And then
did.
for the pigeons, they used to poopy on my Beamer. And you know
They
how
used to
hard it is
poopy on
to
my
get poopy
Beamer.
off of a BMW? They had a nice brushless car wash. I used to take it down there. I'd take it there 2 times. That's a lot of money to spend on a car wash. And
What is this man talking?
That's
Oh,
my
there's
agent
Tommy
calling.
Dreamer.
You know, Tommy, you're beautiful. I love you. Don't ever change. But if you do, hey, babe, call collect.
What?
Tommy the
What?
camera. Tommy the camera. The camera, Tommy.
The camera, Tommy.
Van Dam, next time I see you, and I know I will, I'm coming after you with everything that I got.
Okay, so did you hear that the camera, Tommy? Was
Yeah.
that Heyman?
I think so.
He was telling him they looking at that camera.
Yeah.
Oh no,
And
they
we
couldn't
will.
cut that out.
I maybe they could have on this, but
Hilarious.
see, I honestly, in that, and I think you kind of seen it too with Tommy, he was prolonging that stare.
Yeah.
Like he was trying to present himself as he's been pushed to this limit
Yeah,
with
yeah.
these two and, the psychotic thing. But I kind of like Heyman saying, Tommy, the camera.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
it's
that.
almost kind
I
of
like
like
it.
it was almost kind of like, hey, you're supposed to be over here, and it's like it gave this unhinged type feel to Tommy Dreamer, even though it was probably Heyman like being, I don't know, like I don't know if you see, I'm ripping Heyman right now, bro. Like I'm a Paul Heyman guy, bro. So like I know this is probably years where he was just like, I'm trying to put out the best possible thing, and he's like probably micromanaging everything.
Oh yeah, probably. I would put that bet there too, because I mean we've learned so much about Heyman's creativity when it came to ECW.
Yeah.
And that's through, the interviews we've seen with him and interviews we've seen with the wrestlers who are around him and speak highly of him.
Yeah.
So I could easily imagine him micromanaging every bit.
Oh God, yeah.
backstage.
Totally could see that. All right.
Jason's latest
Joey Styles
find from
again.
All Japan Pro Wrestling, a second-generation cowboy, Big Bad Bobby Duncombe Jr. Remember Sabu in that matchup, and Tommy Dreamer.
Ooh,
is
we get an
in attendance.
FBI
Let's
match.
get here. The
Yeah,
full-blooded
okay,
Italian
I'm happy.
and
Okay, let's get it.
They're going to take on the combination of the rookie Chris Chetty and ECW's newest upset
Terry.
kid, Spike Dudley.
Wow.
Italian, Little Guido, Tracy
Ugh.
Smothers, and the
Tracy
Big John
Smothers.
Bobby Rich have challenged
Wow.
Chetty and Spike Dudley to a 3-on-2 tag team matchup.
I'm sorry. These guys always make me laugh because I've heard interviews of them talking about this whole gimmick and them not being too much Italian in reality and just coming out and being this extra. Always makes me laugh. And I mean, who doesn't laugh at Smothers?
I know Smothers is entertaining, man.
That dude is a nut job.
I know so many people that knew him really well and trained under him.
Oh yeah, he would. I mean, I'm laughing, but in all honesty, he was a great feature for the FBI.
Oh yeah,
and ECW as a whole. But it brings me back to just being a kid
most definitely.
And seeing these guys just absolutely love it. I love the arena that they're in.
Oh yeah,
we talked about this
bro.
last week.
I'm always looking around at the scenery before I'm actually watching the ring.
Yeah, me too. And look, another packed arena. When are they never? When were they not packed?
Yeah, exactly.
The crowd wanting to fight little Guido. Oh, Spike. Is that Chris Chetty? It is.
It is.
Spike.
Dudley.
Fun fact about Spike Dudley, at this time of his career, he was still a teacher.
He was still teaching at this point?
Yes, he was.
Wow. I remember that he was a teacher, but I didn't know when he stopped.
I believe, and somebody out there, you can fact check me, I believe it was in 98 that he stopped teaching.
Really? Okay.
I think that's what I heard, but I could be wrong because, it's the 90s, so rumors flying everywhere.
Yeah.
What is he doing to this chair?
What's Spike Dudley doing nowadays?
I don't know.
You can't envy the rookie Chris Chetty. How did he communicate with Spike Dudley?
Oh, dang. Okay. Yeah, Spike was unhinged.
Again, this
Yeah, he was. He played that little brother, the Runt, as they called him, of the Dudleys, very well.
Oh, we have a comment in the chat here for on YouTube. Paulie Meadow, he said he met Tracy Smothers at a show in Cleveland. That's pretty cool.
No shit. That's
what
awesome.
was he like? What was he like? I'd like to hear. I would like to hear as we're watching this tag team match that's about to go down. Most definitely, if you want to stick with us, we're watching ECW Hardcore TV Season 5, Episode 36. We're right now at around like the 11.5 minute mark, maybe close to 12. If you want to join us. But yeah, what was he like? How was that experience for you?
Yeah, that'd be cool to hear.
For sure, I'd definitely like to. Yeah, if you want to stick around with us as this tag team match is about to go down. I'm ready for some tag team action.
So I'm not getting anything on Spike's last year that he taught, but his last, he retired in 2010 and had his final match in 2015.
Really? Okay. Oh, he opened the back door for us. Oh, so he opened the door for you to... Okay. Little Guido.
I'm excited for you guys out there. If you've never seen Chris Chetty wrestle, you're in for a treat. He's very, very fun.
I have not seen him wrestle, so I'm excited to see.
Here they have some great social clubs in Nashville, Sicily.
And I believe, I'm almost 99.9% sure, but that's Taz's nephew.
Who?
Chris Chetty.
Are you serious?
Wow, Google it.
Wow.
And the fans all over the
Oh, he shook you in your That's cool, man. Yeah, I always heard Tracy Smothers was really good to the fans, man. Come join us, man. Come watch some Tracy Smothers with us, bro. Like, you seem like a cool cat. Come join us. We're just watching some wrestling, bro. Here on In Your House, the ECW Watch Along series. Come and join us. And if you want to listen to us on the podcast, check us out. We're always looking for new awesome listeners. We're about to watch this match. This is about to go down. Look at Spike Dudley. Look at the look on his face. My God.
There's a funny story in the Dudleys where Spike is the alpha male of the Dudleys. So that is something we can check out.
Yeah, I'll be down to see that.
So before we go any further, Chris Chetty was trained in Extreme Championship Wrestling House of Hardcore, professional wrestling school by Mikey Whipwreck and his cousin, Taz.
Wow, that's so crazy.
So yes, this is Taz's cousin that we are watching, who sadly enough, he passed away, I believe, wait, hold on. Hold on, that might be some misinformation.
While you're looking that up, I'm watching this match, bro, because I'm here watching.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Lil Guido and Spike Dudley starting it off.
Spike was a good mat wrestler.
Yeah, he was. But that gets clogged up with like all the hardcore stuff that he did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And well, I mean, and it made sense too for people not to really see that in him because of
like look at his character.
The character.
Yeah,
exactly.
You get it.
Yes. I mean, it's just, it wouldn't make sense.
It's weird. It's weird for an unhinged looking guy to be this incredible, like almost collegiate style mat wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just
exactly.
The math's not math, and he's supposed to be unhinged.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Jeff Jones calls for the break.
Oh, pushed him down.
Beating Guido to the punch, or should I say shove?
Oh.
Little Guido was not big, but look at his build though.
Oh yeah, muscular. He was like a taller, thinner Malenka.
Yeah,
like in his body weight.
Yeah, I can see that. Up and over.
Beautiful roll up there.
Yeah, yep, okay. Nice little small package there for a 2. Spike is staying on top of him, getting him in the corner. Now Chetty's in. A little
and
tag
this is
team action. Okay.
I think this is within Chetty's first year of training too.
Really? Okay.
Because he started training in 97. Yeah, so this would be within his first year.
Yeah, okay. So let's see what he's got. Because this is his first. It makes sense why you put him in a tag match. Oh,
exactly.
Okay. Got him. Nobody home. Oh! Nice spinning heel kick.
Bad. He knew when to hit it.
Yeah.
Smothers
like, okay, let me show you something now, kid.
Smothers picking his shots.
You got
Look at him. What a pro. Off the rope. Shoulder block. Off the rope again. Ooh, nice power slam. Okay. All right, kid.
That was a good power slam.
Yeah.
Smothers wants out. Chetty won't let him go.
Chetty's on top of it. Off the rope. Up and over by Smothers. Caught up in the rope. Nice tag team move.
Great tag team.
Oh!
And yes, back to Chetty. He is still alive. So that was some false information that was out there.
Okay, so he's still with us then.
Yes, he's still with us.
Obviously, he didn't have a fruitful wrestling career.
Yeah, he didn't last too long. I think 2000s was his last wrestling.
Really? Okay.
I think he got injured.
Yeah, injuries, they happen. Oh, some tag team action here from the FBI. Nice.
I seen something in the chat here.
Guido just spat at
Sabu
Spike
threw
Dudley.
us out.
Jeff Jones keeping Spike from
Oh,
getting
wow. He
was
said Ricky
smoking
Morton
this
was
thing.
there.
behind the ref's back.
I recorded it. Let me see. Yes.
He has a lot.
I know
of-
exactly where you were at on that, Paulie.
Hey, Polly's new with us, but I like this guy.
Kenny firing away
Yeah.
from Smothers.
Yeah. Stick around with us.
For sure.
This is some fun stuff.
Back in a little Guido.
What are they doing to Chetty?
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Oh!
What is going
I like
on here?
it. I like it.
Elbow cover to end up.
You know, what I really liked about Little Guido was the way that after he hit somebody or after he did a big move, how he interacted with the crowd.
Yeah.
Like he knew when to take his spots and just poke at the crowd.
Yep.
He was very good at that.
Oh, we got a roll up. Yeah, a little small package action. Yeah, I like that. I noticed that Smothers was doing that too. He would hit a move and then he would play to the crowd.
Yeah.
Face first into the boot of Tracy Smothers.
You kind of see the crumbs that they pick up off of each other from different shows.
Nashville, Italy.
I'm telling you, from what I'm seeing, it looked like Tracy Smothers is just like working. Like this looks like an easy night for him.
Yeah,
For an old pro like that.
exactly. And you know, it probably felt amazing for him in his career to still be of relevance of people, of fans liking him and booing him and doing what you're supposed to.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a double guillotine. Like
Leg
two
drop
famousers
or
at the same
something?
time. I don't know, man.
Yeah, gotta get that tag. There it is.
In comes Spike.
Here we go, Spike Dudley.
Spike hammering
Spike
The
on top
runt of the Dudleys.
Yeah.
Shoulder block.
He has
Wreck coming up.
Ooh.
Spike had a nice drop kick.
Yeah, he did. He did. I'm seeing that. Chetty up and over.
Up and over with a pescado on Little Guido.
Oh!
Bulldog out of the corner.
Damn.
The Big Don breaks up the pinfall attempt. He's
There
got
ain't
a
no
chain
way
in
the
his
referee don't
hand.
see this man or feel this man's presence.
Break of the eyes. He tosses
Oh.
the chain to Smothers.
Uh-oh.
You got
He's gonna
you gotta
hit,
be more.
He's gonna hit Spike with this. He's gonna. Oh no! He didn't hit Spike.
Big Don. Smothers goes down.
Whoa! What do we?
Up to end.
Wait,
Wait, what?
Spike just pinned the manager?
He did, and the ref counted it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Wait, what?
I love it. I love it. That's exactly what wrestling should be. If you're out there and you're a part of the group, you can get pinned too.
I wonder what Heyman was saying in the back. He probably going crazy.
Yeah,
What the
or
fuck
he
was
set
that
that
shit?
whole thing up.
It's either one of two things. He either set it up or he didn't, and he was in the backstage going fucking ballistic.
Just picture him throwing that hat off.
Oh my! I could
Just
see it.
being like, what the fuck?
Well, I could never see him. What the fuck are they doing? I could so see it. He just seemed like, is it just me? But it seemed like a lot of time, at least, and I watched the documentary. I watched, we talk about Vince's documentary. I watched Heyman's documentary and thoroughly enjoyed it. But it seemed like up until he had his family, had his kids, wrestling just made this man's blood pressure like through the damn roof. He was so passionate that everything, if it wasn't exactly how he wanted it to be, it would piss him off.
Oh yeah.
And I don't hate that about him.
I do not either. I love it, actually. It makes me... Because, I mean, think about it. Think about starting something like this, ECW, and then it gets traction, and then it's talked about that you're nipping at the heels of the two biggest monsters out there.
Yep.
And then they're poaching your talent? Like, you've done something right. So,
Absolutely.
like,
Absolutely.
you know, that wave, and you just got to keep it going. And, yeah, I understand everything you're saying about Heyman right there.
I just like I feel like when it comes to wrestling, like I mirror that man in a lot of ways. Like when I'm at a wrestling show and I'm doing my thing, I get into my Heyman bag. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I am Heyman, and I enjoy it. I love it. I enjoy that man's work.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic, and you whatever you pull out of that Heyman bag, it works perfectly because you can see that in you. You can see that you have that admiration for a great like Paul Heyman, and it shows through your work too, man.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. But we have to keep doing what we do, and that's appreciating ECW. Chris Candido?
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Hello. Hey, JR, what's happening?
Look at the phone. Oh my God.
Exactly what I was
God.
gonna say.
I think I just got a few gray hairs looking at that damn phone.
Yup.
Jesus.
Those were the phones. If you didn't see those back in the day, those were the phones that would probably grow you an extra head if you used them as much as we use these phones.
There's a pork rind.
Look at Joey Styles.
Jazz, hit him in the stomach. Well, be careful. Okay. All right, JR, take it easy, man. All right. Come here. I'm talking. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm on the
Joey Styles trying not to break, man.
Get your face ready, okay?
We didn't get any of that.
What are you talking about? None of it?
We took it off.
Oh, it was so cool being at an ECW. Oh, man, I bet. Oh, man.
That would be fantastic. I would love to get thrown out of anywhere from Sabu. I would just be like, okay, sir.
So it sounds like this man went to an ECW show on his birthday.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What a
That's
hell of a damn birthday.
yeah, that's an epic birthday for me.
So we have somebody in the chat that's been to an ECW show. That's pretty damn awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn awesome.
You know, we talk a lot about on this show the energy and what we see from the crowd.
Yeah.
If Paulie, if you can give us any insight on how the crowd felt throughout the night, we would love to hear it.
Oh, absolutely, 100%, 100%. Look at Chris Candy. I'm just looking at this, man. I'm enjoying it. This is 97, man. 97, man.
You're showing me off counter here.
I could only imagine what. Oh, he's 3 sheets to every wind you could possibly be right now.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. For some reason, Chris Candido decided to live very fast, and it ultimately caught up with him.
Yeah.
But what we had when we had him, epic. Chris Candido is so fantastic.
Stop tape.
Hey, no gimmicks needed, bro.
Nope.
Yeah, hey, I heard you.
What if I can find that hat? That hat looks
That's a lot of
sweet.
money, but hey, hold on. Hold on a second. Talk, Joey.
I'm not taping this.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I appreciate it, man, but
Joey Styles is a mess. An absolute
how am I
mess.
gonna move there? Every street's
Oh,
named
you gotta
Peachtree, I'll
love
get
him.
lost. We have no peach trees in Jersey. I get lost. Hey, I appreciate it, okay? All right, good talking to you, man. Yeah, be good. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I bet. It seemed like every time RVD showed up on ECW, the crowd just went bananas.
Yeah, man, that's awesome that you went to one of those crazy stuff.
Both my arms are fantastic. Look at the shape I'm in. Move closer to me a little bit. Give me some space. Ready? 3.
Chris Candido is still going.
Oh yeah, this is his moment. He's taking his 5 minutes and he's going with it. I would love to have that Candido hat exactly as it is.
Sweet.
Did you see the back? How it says Candido on the back?
Yeah, I saw that. ECW on the side of it. No gimmicks needed. That's a sweet hat.
I had a 420 sign he pointed to. Oh, that would be awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. Man, that's so cool.
Yeah, we are huge RVD fans here.
Love that guy. Love that. He's literally like one of my like favorites of all time. Just because I love watching. Anytime he was wrestling, I was watching. Anytime he was in the video games, I would play with RVD. I just loved. Innovative offense, man. I loved his offense.
I want to fight you, Mr.
Educated feet.
Yes.
How about this, Joey?
That was my favorite tagline anybody ever put on him. Educated feet. I mean, just think about educated feet to kick your ass. He has educated feet to kick your ass.
Exactly. And here's the thing. The way that he moved his legs and the way that he moved his feet, it was very, it was deserved. It was deserved.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, you want to from behind?
This is the longest promo ever.
That was Candido, though. He just rolled with it. We're just lucky that Douglas isn't next to him because it would be 10 times longer.
Oh, yeah, it'd be longer. Those two would have instead of a promo, they'd be having a podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, my man, Hypocrisy Jones, what is up, bro? We are watching ECW. Candido is still talking. This man has been talking for 5 minutes, and honestly, he's been pretty damn entertaining.
No, I'm not here to you more. Stand right here with me.
And we've been struck by his hat the whole time.
Oh, the hat is amazing. I need that hat.
Can you do this?
He even has the triple threat logo. Yeah, it's on the side. The triple threat logo, ECW, Candido, no gimmicks needed, gold, black, red. You gotta love this.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Wow. This dude is like, I mean, I know Candido does long promos, but
that was long. Long.
Hey, bud, tighten it up.
Hype says, good old Chris Candido.
You gotta love him. Chris Candido, definitely. Hey, if you're a fan of Chris Candido and you like to know more of his story, go check out the Dark Side of the Ring, the Chris Candido story.
Ooh.
You're probably not going to have a very high opinion of Sonny. No one ever does.
Oh,
but
I don't think anybody does.
You will understand Candido and the love he had for this specific thing.
Chris Candido, he was super talented, man. Super talented. It's always unfortunate to think about, the things that happen to great wrestlers like that.
Yeah, it really is. But it is life. We do get to see, rewatch, see the things that he did that made him the happiest. So I guess we can find some, solitude in that one.
For sure. Absolutely. As the show is continuing here, ECW Hardcore Television.
I agree with you, Jones. That was a great episode.
A great find from All Japan Pro Wrestling. What a coup for Jason.
That's Jason in there.
And look at Jason. Where would one purchase such an ensemble?
Uh-oh.
I never understood the Jason manager gimmick. I mean, I knew what they were doing. I just didn't buy it. I didn't like it, really.
Yeah. That could be incriminating.
Plus, another thing that WCW stole from ECW. They did it with Buff Bagwell when they gave him, or they made him the manager. He was the exotic dancer type dude that was attractive and coming out, and I don't know. Jason did it well. For a manager, I think he got involved way too much.
Yeah, you think so? Okay. Think that he was kind of taking the spotlight?
Yeah, like he knew it made sense when he did it, but it was like, why though? Like, why do you need to do that with the people he manages? And it just, I don't know. Just Incredible, yeah, exactly. When he managed Just Incredible, it seemed more that someone might have gotten his ear about it.
Yeah.
He didn't do it as much, or maybe Justin Credible's just so goddamn incredible that you know he just outshined him. Damn. Oh, is this? Yeah, I think this is after. Yep, this is after the Terry Funk Sabu barbed wire match, where if you notice, the bandage on Sabu's arm underneath is still, like, you can see discoloration. There's looks like blood.
Yeah.
In the match, Sabu went to do his air Sabu. Old Drunk Funk moved, and Sabu went into the barbed wire, and the barbed wire went into his bicep, and he pulled it out of his bicep in the middle of the match. It took dozens and dozens of stitches to get back together.
I'm sure.
Great match, though. It is a fantastic match. Very hard to watch in some points, but still a great match.
Yeah.
And so, look at him. He's just going. Like, he has fresh stitches in there. And he's just out. And I mean, after Benoit dropped him on his neck, he was back in the ring 2 weeks afterwards. Duct tape neck brace.
Ooh, that chair. And this is Bobby Duncombe Jr.
That would be Wyndham Duncan Jr. Or, no. He would be a second generation.
I believe he was.
I think I think that's what Styles said at the beginning. Damn, he's a big
second
man.
generation wrestler. I looked him up. And he passed away from an accidental overdose back in the year 2000.
Damn. Here we got Bill Alfonso was drunk. You could smell it if I was that close. Well, I'll tell you this. We met Bill Alfonso a few months ago, and he was with the Sandman. So flip that around, and that's Sandman. You can smell it on him.
Oh, yeah. Sandman was wasted. Ooh, going over. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think I'm like 4 or 5 seconds ahead.
Yeah, just a few seconds ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I'll curb my responses, but yeah, that was a... Ooh. Here we go. Whiskey.
Little whiskey.
Little whiskey. I like that. That kind of makes me even more of a Bill Alfonso fan, that he was drinking the whiskey.
This match is going on outside. Duncombe and Sabu. They were going back and forth.
Yeah.
Duncombe was a big dude.
He was, too.
6'6", almost 300 pounds.
Damn. He's just like a big dude. Like, he's just big. I mean, he knows exactly where to be, though.
Oh, yeah. He's doing his thing. Ooh.
Reverse DDT to it.
RVD.
Yep. You gotta love it. RVD not giving a shit. Coming out and making sure his tag team partner doesn't get a loss.
Oh. Enziguri there. Oh, but you go to sleep. You're dead.
Yeah. And you get your face stepped on by RVD after. See, but again, like, I get why Jason's in there, but... Oh. Poor Jason. His face got stepped on.
Oh.
We're going for Sabu.
He's probably nursing his face like, what the
Crowd's getting into it.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Here comes Tommy Dreamer.
Here we go. Now things are about to pick up. Tommy Dreamer getting retribution from the week before when he was jumped by Sabu and RVD after the match, in which Tommy Dreamer did win.
It's payback time.
Ooh.
Dreamer ramming Sabu bicep first into the steel guardrail. He's gonna open up that
You know
wound.
what? I think if my bicep was torn, I would ask them, you know, at least a couple shows, could we not like do stuff with my bicep?
Yeah, please leave it alone.
Could you not slam it on a metal guardrail?
Damn whips chased into Bobby Duncan Jr.
You got there's just chaos going on ringside, in the ring.
Yeah, they've
Neck
taken
breaker.
over.
Hangman's neck breaker.
Obviously, I think Jason has gotten the help he needed.
Yeah.
He got his face stepped on by RVD after that kick.
Nail Sabu with his own Arabian face buster.
Dreamer going for the
Yeah, he hit it
The
him with
chair.
the Arabian face buster.
This isn't business. After what happened, after Tommy Dreamer was buried underneath
These
the
are kind of
banner
like
of the World
what I really
Wrestling
liked about these shows that were
This
weekly.
is all personal.
You got to see some matchups that you wouldn't get to see if all you did was watch the pay-per-views.
Right.
Sabu nailed in the corner.
Damn, Tommy Dreamer he's looking to kill Sabu.
Yeah, he wants that man dead.
Dreamer looking to
DED
finish
dead.
off Sabu.
And notice how Tommy Dreamer's face it has not changed since he came out. Like he's had this determined, mentally unstable look
Yeah,
on his face.
he's just a
this
man
whole
on a
time.
mission. He's just a man on a mission.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Exactly. And I think that mission just stopped.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the steel chair. Sabu saw
Ooh.
it coming.
Oh, here comes Sabu. Oh, right on the
Triple
legs.
jump moonsault across the knees of Tommy Dreamer. Buell looking on, very concerned look on her face, and with good reason.
This whole group that is ringside, in ring,
Arabian
there's
Prince,
just so
knee right
much
to the
talent.
back of Tommy
So
Dreamer.
much talent
Yeah.
with all these guys.
Watching continuing coverage of Extreme
Look at him
Championship
continue
Wrestling
moves. Oh,
Did he do that
from
slingshot
somersault leg drop right
yeah.
thing he
slingshot
does
leg
yet?
drop.
of Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, slingshot leg drop. Yeah. I watched one where he hit the dude with his heel and it busted open the dude's eye.
Oh wow. Oh,
Damn.
Here he comes again. Oh my God.
Dude, do we ever get tired of seeing Sabu fly through the air at people? I know I don't.
I don't.
I
I don't get tired
absolutely
of it.
love
I
it.
enjoy it.
Hit the floor hard as well. Dreamer sprawled out on those chairs.
I miss those guardrails.
Sabu dumps Dreamer
Violent
back over the
guardrails.
guardrail.
They were so violent. And I kind of like this because you got the with the match that Sabu and Wyndham had.
Yeah.
You got that type of wrestling. You got actual wrestling and the extreme stuff. But then it was cut short, and they're finishing the story from last week.
Yeah.
You know, and technically in ECW world, they're making a match out of it because
Yeah.
nobody's out here to stop it. They're just allowing it.
Yeah, they're just letting them fight.
I mean, technically, these fans got 2 Sabu matches in one night.
Yep. I mean, they don't even realize they're getting Sabu versus Tommy Dreamer like right in front of their eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Tommy Dreamer.
Oh. Look what we got here from Paulie. Sabu at the One House show had signed my ECW title replica and took a picture. That's awesome.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm a huge mark for Sabu. Paulie, like, he is my one get. Some people say they want to interview Jesus. Some people say they want to interview, historical people. Me, Sabu. That's who I want to talk to.
Oh.
I always get nervous when he gets a chair set up somewhere.
Oh, what's he
Got
about to do?
hung up on the top rope.
Oh!
There we go, face buster. Right onto the chair that he set up himself.
These two are just fighting.
Tommy may be looking to finish off Sabu.
That is very true.
DDT on the steel chair.
I fucking love it. EC fucking W, and then dumps him on his head.
With a spike DDT.
Sabu is dead in the center of the ring.
And when you think you spike DDT'd him on a chair and he's probably not going to move for a while. No, that's not enough. You got to go and get a table.
Beulah shows no emotion.
No, she doesn't. And you know what was cool about her too, like the way she didn't show emotion, especially after something that happened like this. It kind of gave the fan, the idea that Tommy Dreamer's standing up for Beulah.
Yeah.
He's getting her revenge in there too. Only to, future, we all know what happened. Well, most of us know what happens.
Yeah.
But, keep with us. You'll find out what happens if you didn't know.
Stick with us.
Yes. Because it's in the story.
Oh, he's going up.
I get so nervous when he goes up top rope.
Yeah, because he is not coordinated to be on that top.
No, and the slightest shift will send Tommy Dreamer. He puts him right through the table.
Right through the table. Oh, my gosh.
With his old man splash.
Yeah. Last break, ladies and gentlemen, on Peacock, if you're watching with us, before we finish this thing up. But this, for me, really spoke to the production of ECW and the flow of things. And while everything wasn't perfect, like with the long Chris Candido promo, and then you could hear Heyman in the background, and was that supposed to be in there or was it not? That stuff doesn't really bother me that much. What I see here is somebody that is a team that's trying to put together a good production that is very, very like grassroots. You know what I'm saying? Like this is very much ground floor. Like, yeah, it's not going to be as clean as a WWF or a WCW production, but damn it, you can see the love was put in there, and that's what ECW was, and that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to dig into the weekly situation. Now we're back now, RVD's back in the ring, because I wanted to see some of these stories unfold, and that's what we're seeing now, because RVD's back in the ring, and he's getting Sabu back up, and they're jumping Tommy Dreamer right now.
Sabu has limped.
Oh, that's some kind of double leg drop?
Yeah. This just reminded me of Bianca and Jade as a tag team.
Yeah. There's Bill Alfonso again. Oh my God.
Oh shit. Dreamer's head has to be on Dream Street right now with double sliding drop kicks into chairs with Dreamer's head in between the two chairs. Wow.
Gotta hurt.
But again, I'm going to bring this up. Bill Alfonso, manager. In, out. Like he's not in there demanding the spotlight like Jason does. And that's my biggest pet peeve with Jason.
Why is she getting the ring? You knew what was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she took that.
Oh my God.
Stairway to Heaven 97 was a great Sabu versus Sandman ladders and chairs. You are 100% on that one, Paulie.
Oh, there's
and
Sandman.
You say his name and he appears.
Oh. But he's taking it too. He's getting that ass beat too.
Yeah.
They're just taking over.
You got the Van Terminator there. And a repeat from last week. Look what they're setting up, Howse.
Oh boy. You saw this last week. Oh.
And Fonzie with the WWF flag, just like last week.
Yep.
This is where we're at in the ECW landscape. You have Sabu and RVD basically taking out the foundation of ECW.
Yep. And disrespecting them.
Yeah, and just making sure that they went night-night
What's the
with
crowd
that
chanting?
night. It looks like they're either looking for somebody to come out. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yep. I didn't want to spoil that one.
It's Taz.
That could have been what they were chanting.
And here he is. If that's what they were chanting, they got it, because he's here. And they don't want no part of that. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Bill Alfonso, what do you do? Oh, he going to sleep.
Fonzie was trying to get his talent out of that ring, and that did not work out for Fonzie.
No, it sure did not. And that's how the show ended as they went off the air. So we have to leave you guys with that cliffhanger. But, Voice, this was another solid episode.
Yes, this was great. I mean, you wanted storytelling? We're getting storytelling. They're actually like following exactly where they left off last week. So What does that leave for next week? We will find out, but I'm anticipating it because we got Taz. We at least have a Taz moment that we're going to get to see. So that's always an exciting thing. You know me, man. You know I absolutely love this. Not only ECW, but watching wrestling with you, my friend, and us talking about it. Because I know we both know these guys. We may not have seen these exact matches, but it's fun for us to just watch wrestling together, man.
Yes, man. That's what I enjoy. That's the vibe that I like. We've had a great episode here. We talked some mainstream wrestling situations at the top of the show, then got a chance to do our great watch along. And man, we're just rocking and rolling as we continue to put out these great shows. And with that being said, we're going to slide out of here, man. Time to call this a really great episode. SmackDown, we're about 15 minutes into SmackDown. Grun is probably well finished with his preview show, as he does a great job over there at Grun's Room. We appreciate all the work that he does. But what about you, man? What do you got moving? Where can we catch you? I know you got some big things in the works with some just massive things that you're going to be dropping soon. What do you got?
All right, so fans, like Howse is talking about, trying to give secrets out. You can catch me on Monday night with my friends, the Blue-Eyed Villain and Kevin Calloway. You got to be there. We do a Monday Night Raw preview show where me and the boys, we talk 3 subjects, and then they pick 2, 1 each, and they give you their personal opinion on that specific topic they want to talk about. They become the host for a segment. It's fun. Join us. You're going to have a great time. That's Mondays, 7 p.m. right here. Also on a Friday, you know where to find me. I'm here watching ECW with you and Howse, and we're going back in time, and it's fun and a great time. We love it. We are now in the section of this where we are exploring the TV show and we are looking into the storylines and just following this. You're going to have a great time with what's coming up. We thoroughly enjoy doing this. It's not even work to me. This is just fun. This is just having a moment. This coming up Wednesday, the interview hell didn't even want is going to drop. And when I say that, Chatty Nails with a Z and the voice Joshua Joseph sat down and discussed how he got let out of hell. As you know, Chatty Nails with a Z, if you know him, last year he lost his match, so Travesty sent him to hell. So he's been there for the past year. He let me get the first interview, so check that out. Be here Wednesday. I'm probably going to drop it around 9 or 10 a.m. Get you get up, get your coffee, get ready for a Chatty Nails with a Z interview because the last one was amazing. This one's even better. So be there, check it out, and that will be on Wednesday. on this network. And on Sunday, you can catch me at a house party. That's where I kick it. That's where I have my fun. That's where they let me talk whatever I want, whatever the subject is. As long as I stay in those bounds, I can say whatever I want about it. So come join us. Join me. Anybody else who's a part of the household who can make it for that day, join us, have some fun, and be in our chat. Always make sure to hit our Discord too, because that's where we drop a lot of stuff. This past week has been a little slacking. There's been a lot of work stuff going on, but join us on our Discord, have some fun, and I swear I'll do better this week.
Hey, go check out our Discord. Check out everything that we're doing. We've got some great stuff moving, some great shows. And, man, this was a great show, man. We had somebody who's been to the ECW shows come and join us in the chat. That was pretty awesome. Polymetal, join us more often. Welcome to the household. If you want to join, you come on. Just wipe your feet. We just talk wrestling and have a great time, man. So that is awesome. As for me, you guys already know I'm going to be right here doing my thing here at In Your House. And we have all these great shows. And my man just talked about the ones that he is a part of. I'm part of a great show on Wednesday myself. And that's the Raw Deal with Howse and O'Neal. And we talk all the things that happened after Monday Night Raw. We have our brothers over on the Window Lickers. They kind of set us up, and we knock it out of the park on Wednesdays as we'll rehash some of the things that our boys will talk about on Monday, and we'll kind of go over it a little bit further. And that has become a really great cornerstone for what we do on Monday Night Raw. But also, once again, like my man said, Fridays. This is where we sit down, chill out. The homies are watching wrestling. We are doing the ECW Watch Along series. It is great. It's a vibe. And then on Sunday, just an all-out party. It's going to be great. I'm actually going to be doing a watch along with Annie O'Neal on this coming Wednesday. This is going to be my first time doing a watch along with her. And we're going to be doing our Bad Blood prediction show, and then we're going to do a Bad Blood Hell in a Cell watch along. And I think I might be showing her the first ever Hell in a Cell match between The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels in 1997. So that is going to be fun. It's going to be a vibe. And, guys, you already know, next Saturday, Emerge. Go check it out. It is there in Columbus, Indiana. Of course, we're going to promote it a lot more as it gets closer to that date. But Thrills and Chills, check it out. The card's already shaping up to be a great one. And, guys, this is what we do here. We're giving you everything that we can to this content and just moving in the direction to try to be a legitimate pro wrestling media company, and that's what we're really doing and putting out there for you guys out there in the household, because guys, it's about the work, and that's HOWSE, and that W stands for work. So for the voice Josh Joseph, for Hypocrisy Jones, for Kevin Calloway, for Divinely Designed Annie O'Neal, for the Grunmeister, for the world's most dangerous podcaster paragon, I am Alakan, the Concept House, here to remind you to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great weekend. Peace.
Yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con, in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast, it's like cruiserweight action. Your house is the perfect distraction. Pumpers in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke.